All right, WRCR, good morning.
Good morning, it's Tina Traster.
From the Rockland County Business Journal. Again, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. How is everybody over there?
Well, Jeff's off. It's the holiday. Catherine's with me. She's in the back recording the news, and that's all we got.
All right, that sounds good. I'm going to talk about a David and Goliath story that is relevant to Rockland County. There's a company that probably many of us have never heard of, although we may know their product. The company is called ProHitters Corp. Of New City, and they make a device for baseball players, everything from the little leagues on up to the pros. And this device, it's a batting aid that's worn on the thumb to improve the bat grip and the cushion, and to cushion the sting when the ball hits the bat. It's supposed to increase the speed and the power. Anyway, this company's been around for quite a long time, decades, and they're based in New City, and they've been building a business for years and years and a reputation. And they have filed a lawsuit against Amazon because they say that Amazon is selling counterfeits of their product and essentially ruining their reputation with their distributors, ruining their reputation with their customers. They filed the complaint, I guess it was last week, and it was September 14th in the U.S. District Court in White Plains. And what they're alleging is that that Amazon, let's see, it says, hang on a sec, that Amazon knows that it is selling these counterfeits. And by the way, the product is patented and trademarked. So in fact, the company itself, ordered from Amazon to see what was going on. They ordered their own product and recognized that what was sent to them were counterfeits and packaging that was meant to mimic what theirs looks like but isn't, and that Amazon is basically part of the problem here. It's not just that there are counterfeits out there, but that Amazon is selling them and creating, it says, contributory and vicarious liability, unfair competition, and deceptive trade practices. The gentleman who built this company is a guy called Philip Lomedico. I don't know if he's a name people know, but he grew up in Spring Valley, and he went to Spring Valley High School. And then he went to the University of Miami on an athletic scholarship where he played baseball. He even had tried out for the Dodgers at one point. And he's had this, I think this is a company that's flown under the radar. I don't know if many people know about it. But what his marketing manager said to us, and this is so true, and he said, the heartbreaking thing about this is that Phil has always been faithful to American manufacturing. He said he's never outsourced his product, and now he's been harmed not only by overseas knockoffs, but also he feels betrayed by Amazon. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting story. We'll watch it.
Well, they have high power attorneys and all that, but I mean, it sounds to me the way you describe it like he's got a pretty good case. But we'll see what happens when it gets to court.
Well, that's what I asked them yesterday. I said, do you feel like Amazon will just lawyer you to death? And I spoke with both their attorney and their marketing guy, and like you, they both felt confident that this was such an obvious case, of counterfeiting. They sell the counterfeits for $3 to $4 compared to their suggested retail of $9 to $12. So, he's saying what happens is that, the distributors who are paying full price end up having to send back the product because the knockoffs are undercutting them or undermining them. So, and he made another really interesting point. I said, well, Amazon has until, let's see, I think it's October 7th to answer this complaint. But I said to the attorney or the marketing manager, I said, what have you heard from Amazon so far? And then this is just exactly, like the consumer experience too. They said, well, you can't reach anybody. There's nobody to reach. There's nobody to talk to. You can't, there is no person that you can try to have a conversation with or reason with. And, it's on the one hand, we're all very, very dependent on Amazon. Guilty as charged. We all like Amazon Prime and all the free shipping and all the, you order something and 5 seconds later it's in your driveway, and especially in the pandemic. But this is sort of the flip side, where you can see how somebody has built a company for decades. The guy is almost 70 years old, and he's being basically put out of business. Not just it might be hard to crack down on counterfeiters for overseas, but when Amazon becomes the enabler of that. I guess that's what's really distressing.
I hope he's able to get it to television. So there are a lot of these reporters who love to get into these sensationalistic type things, and this is a good story, and I bet it would make it onto the TV news at 5 o'clock or whatever.
Well, hello, News 12. Hello, FiOS.
I got no hope. Channel 7 or 2 or 4, something like that. Yeah.
Well, if you're out there listening, this is a good story. It's a good David and Goliath.
Well, they should read it first, get all the salient information in your publication.
That's right, Steve.
Which is the Rockland County Business Journal.
RCBizJournal.com.
And you can only get it online. That's the only way to receive it.
That's right.
I'd like to see this thing move, and I think it's good. It's good food for a real interesting. They could sort of paint a human interest story around it.
Well, they really could. There's one little detail in the story that I was saving for readers, and it has nothing to do with his device and Amazon. But here's a guy who nobody seems to know, or maybe people do. Maybe he just never got to my radar. But apparently, back in the 70s, he played Ringo Starr in Beatlemania on Broadway.
Oh, wow.
I know. His marketing manager describes him as, quote, an artist, an inventor, and, what did he say? An artist, an inventor, and an entrepreneur. Something like that, yeah.
But the way he found out about the plagiary, or to order one and have it sent to him and say, wait, this is mine, but it's made of synthetic or a lesser quality material.
Right. It's made of some sort of, inferior plastic product. And what he was saying is that, they break apart and it becomes dangerous because, the bat can fly out of your hand. And so suddenly people think, oh, well, that product is inferior. So it's pretty terrible, and this guy has 8 patents on the product, So it's not even something that he put out there to sell, but it's kind of easily duplicated. This guy has gone to the trouble to patent his products, to build a reputation, to work at something steadily, and it just shows you how unsettling it can be if you put your whole life and faith into the American system, and you could be so easily undercut. I think I agree with you. It's a pretty interesting human interest story.
So go to the website, which RCBiz Journal.com, RCBizJournal.com. Read it. And maybe if people want to just start sending letters to the TV news media, you never know what could happen here. Maybe they've already thought about doing that I don't know, but it couldn't hurt.
Well, you can start with the station. You guys go, send a letter.
Yep.
Ask Jeff to send a letter. When he
All
comes.
right. Thank you very much, Tina.
Talk to you next week.
Take care. Right.